On April 19th, 2025, I attended the 5051 March in Providence, Rhode Island. On this beautiful Saturday afternoon, I couldn't help but notice all of the signs that had so many different issues of which people were there to protest their dissent. But why are there so many issues that have people willing to march in protest? In 2016, Steve Bannon worked on Trump's campaign. His main tactic was something he called flooding the zone. This involves attacking the opposing media by making sure there is so much to report on that no one issue ever gets the necessary attention for the media to ever hope to properly inform the public. Bannon has been quoted as saying, "The real opposition is the media, and the way to deal with them is to flood the zone with stuff." Even today, we all can see that Trump has continued to employ his strategy between his executive orders that are as numerous as they are ridiculous, and all of the daily scandals it is seemingly impossible to keep up. And that's the whole point. The Supreme Court, in a rare overnight ruling, temporarily paused deportations under President Trump in his use of the Alien Enemies Act. One of several key cases surrounding his immigration policies. In response, the administration urged the court to allow deportations using laws other than the 18th century wartime authority. The deportations are the smokescreen that the Trump administration is using to block other heinous acts. US and Iranian officials reported more progress in their high-stakes nuclear talks after a second round of discussions in Rome. The two sides plan to meet again in the coming days. Trump has insisted on striking a new deal surrounding Tehran's nuclear capabilities within a matter of weeks. This negotiation only became necessary because Trump ended the previous agreement with Iran on their nuclear armaments. The Trump administration is ramping up pressure on negotiators to accept the proposal for ending Russia's war in Ukraine. Russian President Vladimir Putin proposed a brief truce for the Easter holiday this weekend, but Kiev expressed skepticism, accusing Putin of trying to play with human lives. The SAVE Act was voted in with unanimous Republican support, despite the terms of the act being unconstitutional in many ways. This includes the full-on disenfranchising of millions of married women who take on their spouse's last name because their new name doesn't match their birth certificate, and they don't have a passport. This has been described as a form of poll tax by those in opposition. A 9-0 decision by the Supreme Court of the United States declined to block a lower court's order to facilitate bringing back Kilmar Abrego Garcia. But they also said Judge Paula Zinnes may have exceeded her authority. The government has conceded Mr. Abrego Garcia was deported due to an administrative error, though it alleges he is a member of the MS-13 gang, which his lawyer denies in court. In court documents, Mr. Abrego Garcia's lawyers accuse the government of trying to delay, obfuscate, and flout court orders, while a man's life and safety is at risk. What's next up is the removal of birthright citizenship. This means that many people born here would suddenly lose their citizenship status and could be subject to deportation to nations they have never been to, if not a Salvadorian prison. Even if these people are not arrested, they could lose certain important rights, including the right to vote. Then there are the people who honestly just don't have time or energy to follow all of this and the other headlines coming out at an impossible rate. What we are facing is a full-on attack on the many people, most of which have had to begin working multiple jobs to make ends meet. There is no way to easily determine what headlines are more important when all seem equally important. Meanwhile, we see our rights being systematically stripped away to benefit the few with power. The only option we really have is resistance. We need to keep using our voices while we still have the right to do so. Show up to protest. Contact our representatives. We need our government, and especially Trump, to know that if they don't do what we want, we will become a problem for them. That's what I have for this week. Until next time, remember, you have a voice. It's imperative that you don't let anyone silence you. If you like this content, please like and subscribe for more videos like this. Ring the bell for updates. It really helps this channel.
What democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Our streets. 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 Our streets.